But there was something interesting that you had texted me during the week where you're talking about Kyrie and Giannis and all that. So you guys had a debate at work, or?
I was just saying Kyrie's not a top 10 player. He's a top 10. Basically, we started off with I forgot what we were saying. Is Kyrie going to the Lakers or whatever? And I was like, I really didn't care about that. But I was just saying, because I already talked about it before, Kyrie's not a top 10 player. Top 10 talent, yes. Top 10 skill, yeah. Ball handling, of course. The top 10 player.
He might, when you talk about pure skill, he might be number one.
Skill, yeah.
Pure skill, yeah. I don't think there are too many people more skillful than Kyrie.
Yeah, but when you put it all together, to make the player, he's not top 10. There's no way.
Kyrie, the thing about Kyrie, he was in the situation to where he was second fiddle to what most people consider the second greatest basketball player of all time. So that's going to mess with you. But I think I look at it like this. I'm not saying Kyrie is a better player than Stephen Curry, but if you put him on the Warriors, he has a very similar skill set. I think they would be just as good if he had the mentality of a Stephen Curry. I think for Kyrie is more of the mentality. There's no weakness. He has no weakness in his offensive game. None. There's no weakness. He's one of the best finishers ever, considering his size. He's an amazing. I don't think people get enough credit. He's an amazing 3-point shooter. Probably the best handle.
He can get through a double team. I've seen him get through a double team.
He has the best handle I've ever seen. I watch a lot of basketball. I'll go back and watch a lot of old basketball. He has the best handles I've ever seen. And this is coming for somebody whose favorite player of all time is Allen Iverson. Kyrie has the best handles I've ever seen. He can score at all three levels. He finished one of the best finishers of all time. But his problem is it's hard to be a top 10 player when you're small like him. If you think of most of the top 10, the only player in the top 10 that's small is Stephen Curry. Every other player in the top 10 is at least 6'5", 200 some pounds big. You know what I mean?
Especially when the league is going to these tall shooters now. Especially when 6'8" and up is where these MVPs are. Think about Jokic. Think about Embiid, Giannis, LeBron,
KD.
Yeah,
Harden is. I think Harden is 6'5". Russ was 6'4". But in Russ and Harden's situation is you never thought they were going to win a championship as the best player on the team.
No, Russ and who? Harden.
Russ and Harden, yeah. Even though they won MVPs, you never thought they were going to win championships being the best player on the team.
No.
When you think about those players that are the best player on championship teams, it's the LeBrons, it's the KDs, it's the Giannis's, it's the Kawhis. It's those players.
It's
you got
the leaders.
Curry. Yeah, Curry is an out. I can never say the word right. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Curry falls under that where he's the one player that has done it. But
done what?
Has won a championship being the best player on the team that isn't a big player. He's the one player that has done it.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
So that's that. When you talk about Kyrie might be the most skillful player in the NBA today. Could we consider his size and what he can do on offense? I don't think there's a better player. Now, KD may be better player, better offensive player, but KD 7 feet. Kyrie 6'1". So 6'1", 6'2". Yeah. Kyrie can do everything KD can do at a smaller size.
Yeah, and Kyrie was 6'5". Yeah.
Kyrie was 6'5". He'd be an MVP. I think Kyrie, like I said, it's not fair, really. It's just not fair because he's smaller. It's just really hard. Considering what he can do and how he does it is unbelievable.
And honestly, it's the situations that he was put in. Like when he was first on the Cavs. I mean, shoot, he really didn't have no one on that team to help him out. But at the same time, it's I feel like just him alone wasn't going to be enough to even make it to the playoffs. And then him leaving the Cavs going to the Celtics. I mean, that wasn't going to be enough to even get close to the finals. So
you got to think of it like this: Kyrie has never had a team specifically built around him.
Yeah.
But you don't typically build teams around a 6'1", 6'2" point guard. That typically doesn't happen. You build teams around LeBron. You build teams around Giannis. Actually, KD's never even had a team built for him. You build teams around players like that. Build teams
KD's
around.
more of a player where you just give him the ball and let him work.
KD's a plug and play. KD is a ceiling raiser. If you put on anything, you put him on. If you put him on any good team, that team ceiling is just now a championship. LeBron
he's going to create his own shot. He's going to create his own shot. He's going to he's going to set his own type of offense. That doesn't necessarily mean he's going to make the team's offense better. I just feel like KD's going to basically do his own thing.
Okay, yeah, but the problem, LeBron is a floor raiser. LeBron in his prime, LeBron can make any bad team at least a playoff team. You could put them on any bad team and they're going to the playoffs. KD's the opposite. KD's a ceiling raiser. You put them on any good team, now they're contenders. But KD, you can't put KD on a bad team and he won't lead a bad team to the finals, or he won't even lead a bad team to a top seed in the playoffs.
That was another thing that my guy brought up. He was saying that so basically I just brought up that point that if you put LeBron on any team, any bad team, they're going to make it to the playoffs. And he was like, well, he was on the Lakers. Why didn't they make it to
prime?
In his prime.
Yeah, in his prime. He's 30 what? He's been in the league for going on 20 years. People, you can't expect that. That's like saying Jordan on the Wizards should have been able to carry the Wizards to the finals. No, LeBron's getting older. He needs help. But in his prime, in his physical prime, he can take any bad team to the. He took a bad team to the. He took what? He took 2-3 bad teams to the finals. Come on now, that first finals he went to when he's younger in his career, his fourth season against the Spurs. That team, if you took LeBron, that team, they wouldn't even make the playoffs. Same thing goes for the Cavs after Kyrie left. After Kyrie left, if you took LeBron that team, they won't even make the playoffs.
So yeah. So, I completely understand. I was just saying, that's what he said. Personally, I know like LeBron in his prime. I mean, pretty much unstoppable. To be real with you.
Yeah, my counterpoint to what he said when he said he couldn't take the Lakers, I'm like, but you got to talk about talk about LeBron when he was in his prime, not now when he's been in the league going on 20 years.
And that's what I was saying. Like, yeah, he was injured, man.
He was hurt. Russ it was just a bad.
It happens.
His second best player was hurt most of the season. So,
and here's another point: you try to play all these playoff games LeBron played. It's damn near another couple seasons that he played just in playoff games alone.
I think it's what, like, if you conclude all the playoffs games he's played, I think it's what 3-4 extra seasons he's played, something crazy like that.
8 straight finals,
8 or 9, I think.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, that's
a lot of games.
Yeah, but LeBron is a different beast. He makes everyone better. KD doesn't. LeBron makes his teammates better. KD doesn't necessarily make his teammates better.
Yeah,
he just fits in the system. He's going to do his thing. He's going to win you some games. He's going to do his thing. But he's never made a team
better.
Made his teammates better. You can't use Golden State as an example because they were already they went 73-9 the season before.
They didn't need KD.
Yeah, they didn't need
KD.
Him.
The way KD played.
Go ahead.
No, the way KD played when he went to the Warriors, he wasn't going to make Curry better. Curry's already the best shooter of all time. He was going to make him better. He was going to make Clay better. He was just basically there to make him unstoppable at that point.
LeBron James made Ilzaskis All-Star. LeBron James made Mo Williams an All-Star. LeBron James made J.R. Smith look like an all-star. Yeah. KD is not doing that. So that's why I don't even debate with people when it comes to KD and LeBron. KD, don't get me wrong, KD's a great player, but he doesn't make his teammates better. He's an underrated passer. He's an underrated playmaker, but he's just not LeBron, bro. It's just facts.
His ball handling was a little spotty when he played this last playoffs. I was like, what is he doing, man?
And he been hurt. He played 90 games in 3 seasons. So I get it. I'm not taking nothing away from him. But LeBron, like you can't compare LeBron and KD. But another thing I found interesting, what you said, is the people saying, "No, Giannis is just big. He has no skill."
Well, that's what he was saying basically. Like, so he said Giannis isn't skilled, is what he said. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
He wouldn't have won back-to-back MVPs if he wasn't skilled.
Because he was saying like he was saying that, oh, he's just a big body. Like, and have you ever seen him like handle the ball to get to the basket? And I'm like, bro, because the thing is this: all he needs is like what 1 or 2, like 2-3 strides to get to the basket, and that's not necessarily ball handling. Is what his point was. And I'm like, well, bro, that's his skill. That's his body. What do you want him not to use his body? His
handles are good enough to get to where he want to be. Why does he need to be better than that?
That's what I'm saying.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's what I'm saying. If you a 7-footer, you don't need to handle the ball like your Kyrie or Curry. You just need to handle the ball in order to get your shot off.
What 7-footer has crazy handles like that?
That's what
might be the only one.
Oh my god, that's what I was trying to get at. That's what I was trying to get at. Like it's the way his body is. He has to use the body to his advantage in order to score.
And I this would have been my counterpoint to that. If Giannis wasn't skillful, how come the things teams used to do to him in the playoffs don't work anymore?
Well, he was saying like he don't have like a jumper or anything like that.
He shot pretty well from mid range this year.
That's what I'm saying.
And why would I need to shoot if I can get to the basket whenever I want?
That man, you know what I'm saying? If I'm a score, I'll score.
Okay, think about this. Most people would consider Ben Simmons a more skillful player than Giannis, but who would you rather have on your team?
Giannis.
Exactly. I would have had so many. I would have had so many counterpoints to that. But my biggest point would have been if he wasn't skillful, how come everything teams used to do to him to shut him down in the playoffs, they don't work anymore? Because he worked on his skill set.
Yeah,
you can't.
I think Irving's point was just Giannis is just a big guy, and you don't really have to handle. You don't have to shoot. You don't have to like maneuver a certain way in order to get.
Why does a power forward / center need to do that? That's what he has a point guard for.
I have no idea.
It's his position. No, you expect Shaq to be bringing the ball to the court? No, Shaq had guards to get him the ball in his spots. Like what?
That's what I'm saying.
That dude, whoever he is, he doesn't really watch basketball. You can show him this too. Yeah. I'm gonna be real. Like that's ridiculous. Why does a power forward / center
said like Giannis isn't? He should have said like Giannis isn't skilled. I'm like, how is he not skilled though? That makes no sense.
Since Hakeem wasn't an elite ball handler, he wasn't skillful at what he did. He's one of the best centers of all time. Since Shaq didn't need to bring the ball up, he wasn't skillful he didn't become elite at what he did.
You have to be skilled at what your position caters to.
Exactly.
You can't be just skilled at everything.
You articulate things so much better than I can. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like if I'm if I'm a point guard and I can't post up, does that mean I'm not skilled? I'm not like
that's what I'm saying.
That's not my job, bro. Like that's not what most point guards aren't posting people up. Like,
that man really said, "Have you seen him? Have you seen Giannis handle the ball?" I'm like, you don't really need to handle the ball. He got a point guard. He got Drew Holiday for that.
That's why they traded for Drew Holiday. Why would he need to? Like now, do you expect Drew Holiday to do things a center does? Then, if that's your point, like, come on now.
Yeah, man.
He doesn't need to do none of that stuff. That's not his job. I think people that watch NBA today get spoiled because so many players are doing things that their positions didn't necessarily need to do in the past. But that doesn't mean anything, bro. Like Embiid isn't skillful because he doesn't dribble and shake people to get to his spots. He uses his body to get to his spots. So Embiid isn't skillful. Jokic isn't skillful because they use their body to get to their spots.
That's what I'm saying. It's their body. They gotta use it, bro.
Yeah, that is a skill. That is a skill. Some people are
And that's
big
the
and
other
can't
thing
get to the spots.
I was trying to bring up about Curry. I was like, Curry is super dominant, and yeah, he's in the a bigger conversation now that he just won another championship. But he's a shooter in a shooters league.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, times have changed. You got to guard as soon as you cross the half court now. Shoot.
Yeah. Yeah, some people I can talk basketball with anybody, bro. Like, and when people make ridiculous points, I gotta say something. Like, some people just make ridiculous points, and I gotta shut that down.
No, it's just more led. So it's just more was when he was saying that Kyrie was a top 10 player. I'm like, no, but then he changed it up and said top. Well, yeah, I mean, if you basically put all of his achievements together and compare him to everybody who's in the league right now, yeah, top 10, you top 10 player. I mean, you got a championship. He beat a 73-9 team. Yeah, he had 40-point game during the finals. You put it all together against all the players that are playing today. Of course, he's a top 10 player.
If Kyrie just didn't have the nonsense going on and just played basketball, I think Kyrie. Now, I'd rather have Dame on my team, but I think Kyrie is really, when Kyrie's really playing and locked in, and he's a better player than Damian Lillard when he is locked in and actually playing the game of basketball.
Yeah,
but
he had
Damian
some good
Lillard
games against the Celtics.
Yeah, Damian Lillard is just, he plays. He has a good reputation. I think a lot of people use Kyrie's reputation against him. But I think when he's playing, the only point guard is actually really better than him is Curry. When Irving is really playing at a high level.
Yeah.
If he wasn't the type of player, LeBron wouldn't be trying to force the Lakers to get him. Kyrie on the Lakers automatically makes them contenders. That's how good he is. He automatically will take the Lakers from a barely might miss the playoffs to a contender, just like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't see many teams competing with them in the West, but
the Clippers are healthy. The Clippers look scary, but I don't trust. The Clippers. I don't trust the Clippers.
I haven't seen Kawhi play basketball, and I don't even know. I can't even tell you when the last time I saw him play basketball.
Yeah, last year he got hurt at the end of last year, but last time he played, he was dominating Dallas. He got hurt. Yeah, Kawhi
got hurt.
He's really good, man. He isn't fancy. He doesn't need to be. Just like Giannis. Kawhi doesn't need to be fancy, but he's still a top 5 player in the NBA when he's healthy.
Who that? Kawhi, Giannis.
Both of them are top 5.
Oh, really?
You don't think both? You don't think both of them are top 5 players in the NBA?
Looking at Giannis for sure.
I can't name 5 players.
Curry, LeBron, Durant.
If we're talking, the reason I put Kawhi over Curry is size. I mean, be real.
Yeah.
Kawhi, wherever Kawhi goes, he wins.
Statistically speaking, yeah. Statistically speaking.
And then his defense alone is why I can't put Curry over him. I think Curry is amazing, but like I said, sometimes size is just a factor. Yeah. And I think recency bias gets a lot of people too. Like when last time Kawhi was playing, he was in conversation as the best player in the NBA.
I'm just thinking in terms of now. But...
Yeah, but he hasn't played, so we can't. Recency bias. Just like when Curry was out, when Curry was injured, people just said the Warriors never going to be good again. You can't say that, and then they come back and win the finals. Like I don't hold that stuff against players. Like when Curry was out, I'm like, dude, he still is one of the best players in the NBA when he's playing. His team is bad right now when he's hurt. So that same thing goes from Kawhi. Kawhi comes back. The Clippers go from a playing team to probably the favorite to win the title next season. That's how good he is. Like,
but what if AD was healthy?
If AD was healthy, the Lakers. I mean, the West is going to be. It depends. If AD's healthy and Russ is still in that team, I don't care. They're not winning the finals. They're not making it out in the first round. If Russ is still in that team, I don't care how healthy KD is. I mean, AD is. They're not making it out. It's just facts, bro. If they somehow get Kyrie on that team, because they're going to be two players. It's going to be Kyrie and Seth Curry, or Kyrie and Joe Harris to match contract. So they get those players in the Lakers. Yeah, they're going to be contenders. Now I'll put them in the same. I'll put them right there with the Clippers, the Warriors, and the Suns. I don't even know how good the Suns are going to be next year. Mavericks look good.
I really
the Nuggets are going to be.
I really don't trust Russ, man.
Yeah, Russ is. Yeah. Shout out to Russ. I don't got nothing against the man, but he's just not a good fit with the Lakers to me. He's just a smaller version of LeBron. It's just with lower basketball IQ. They both need the ball in their hands to do what they do.
That's what I was when I first that deal or whatever happened, trade, I guess. I was like, this isn't going to work because LeBron's got to bring the ball up, and Russ is going to want to have the ball in his hands. This doesn't make any sense.
Russ is not a good catch and shoot player.
Hell no.
If you switch Russ out with Kyrie is so versatile as an offensive player. He can play off the ball. He can play on the ball. He could be the primary ball handler, the secondary ball handler. He's an excellent catch and shoot player, and he can run the offense while LeBron is getting rest.
Russ is not a good shoot player, but hey,
I'm convinced I'll shoot.
He's still a good player.
Yeah, he's a good player. He needs to be on a team where he's the focal point of the offense.
Yeah,
that's the only way he's going to be effective. Even though he didn't have a terrible season. I mean, he averaged 19 and 8, I think, some decent stats. But it's just that goes to show that fit matters.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with the NBA. It's been interesting. Yo, Magic, man, I like. You watch the summer league games?
No, I haven't watched any.
I like your rookie, man. He looks good, bro. Benchero, is that his name?
Yeah, no. He did big things with that Duke.
Yeah, he looked good.
I didn't expect us to get him.
Why?
But, hey,
you had the number 1 pick.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I was expecting us to get him.
Oh, you expecting him to get Jabari Smith?
Whoever, yeah, either him or somebody else. I was expecting,
Yeah, I think y'all made the right choice. Y'all gonna be a sneaky good team in a couple of years, I think.
Yeah, that's what I feel. That's how it always happens because obviously we can't attract talent, so we got to draft it.
Yeah, y'all gonna be a sneaky good team. Y'all got a bunch of bigs. Y'all re-signed Obama.
That's what I noticed. Like a lot. Like bro. Like I think our shortest dude is like 6'9" or something like that. Yeah, well, not the shortest guy on the team, but
the shortest big.
Yeah, shortest big is 6'9".
Yeah, y'all gonna be a sneaky good team in a couple of years. Yeah, and then Jonathan Isaac is coming back. I think hopefully. Markelle Fultz. Yeah, I got a little squad. We'll see, man. We shall see.